Hey guys, Smail here for another video on how to use AI to make money. In this video I'm going to show you how to build an AI voice bot that is a no-brainer for pretty much any e-com business out there. Listen to this.
Hello, this is Jessica from Logitech. How may I help you?
Hey there Jessica, I want to buy a racing wheel from your shop and I was wondering if you still have it in your inventory.
I'd be happy to help you check the inventory for the racing wheel. Could you please provide me with the part number of the product? The part number is made of 3 digits, a dash, and then 6 digits.
Yeah, sure. So the part number is 941-000121.
Just a sec. Unfortunately, the racing wheel with the part number 941-000121 is currently out of stock. If you have any other items you'd like to check or need further assistance, feel free to let me know.
Alright, thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you, bye-bye. So what we will be building is an AI voice bot that you can call and will check in real time if an item is still in the inventory or not. I think it's a no-brainer for e-com stores to have it because many times I would order something online and then the e-com store would call me back saying that, hey, actually we don't have the item anymore. So now whenever I want to order something and there is no information about the product in the website, I always call them to make sure they still have it. I uploaded everything you need to make it work on my Discord server. So you'll be able to download my make.com blueprints and the Google Sheet to get it for yourself. I will build this bot for 2 stores, Logitech and a HyperX. And I predict that pretty much any e-com stores that are generating revenue will need this type of solution because it provides immediate tangible value and will obviously save customer support. For this voice AI agent, I'll be using Vapi to create the agent and make.com to check in the Google Sheets during the call how many items are left in the store. Let's see how to build it. Okay, now for the Vapi part, first create your account if you haven't done so. And once you log in, let's create the assistant by clicking on this button here. Here for the assistant name, just name it whatever you want. Here, leave it as blank template and click on create assistant. You'll be able to access the whole prompt, but we can go over some important parts of it. First, we can see that we are setting context. So I'm saying here, you are Jessica, a helpful customer service assistant who works for Logitech, an e-commerce business. The most important part of this prompt is telling the AI that we'll be using a tool called check item inventory. This function will be using a parameter called items queue. And this is actually the unique identifier of a particular item in an e-com store. I also add here for Logitech how this part number looks like. You can see here that it's made of 3 digits, a dash, and then 6 digits. The rest of the prompt consists of guiding the user in the case they don't find this part number, and also saying that in case they ask something else, they should just visit the website logitechg.com. Here for the assistant for HyperX, it is pretty much the same thing. I made some slight changes here in the prompt because I noticed that here the AI was always detecting spaces, inside this queue, and we don't want to say it. So I just made sure the AI will not say something like that. What is also different is how to find this unique identifier. Now, if we go back to the Logitech assistant, for the LLM provider, I used OpenAI GPT-4o. For the temperature I used 0.7 and max tokens 250. For the transcriber I used these parameters here. So deepgram, language English of course, and for the model Nova 2. For the voice I used 11 labs and Grace as the voice ID. Now let's check how to create the tool that is necessary for this automation to work. Here you will click on new tool. Just leave it as custom tool. For the server URL, we don't need it now. However, we still need, to put something. So just put this URL, so https test.com. Then click on next. Here for the property name, just write item SKU. For the description of the property, we can write whatever we want. it doesn't affect actually how it is called. So what I wrote here is the unique identifier for the item, and then click on save, then next. Here for the name of the tool, just write check underscore item underscore inventory, and then for the description we'll write a tool to check how many items are left of a particular product. Once you're set, just click on create. Now if we go back to the assistants, here you should click on functions, and here make sure you check the tool that you just created. Okay, so I created this spreadsheet which represents a Logitech store. It has those 3 items with how many left are in the inventory and also their part number. But what you can notice also is this button, Start Simulation. And what it does, if we click on it, is it will simulate the purchases of those items. Meaning that here it will go from 20 to 19, then here it will go to 1, then here it will go to 4, and so on in a cyclical manner. Let's click on it and see it. So yeah, it's actually made to simulate, a real e-com store activity. I did that so that you can double check that indeed the AI is able to retrieve the number of items in real time during the call. So now when you will access this Google Sheet, even if you click on this button, nothing will happen because it is not attached to a script. So I will show you how to make this work basically. You will click on extensions and then apps script. So I named this script simulate ecom purchases Logitech, and then here for this script you will just have to copy it and paste it from my code. Once you put it here, you just click on this save button just to save the project, and then here when you click on start simulation, here this window will pop up, authorization required. Just click on OK. It will redirect you to your Gmail account, just select it. Here click on advanced, then go to simulate ecom purchases Logitech. Here you will allow it. You should see authorization successful. Now let's click on it again. Okay, it's working. Now I did exactly the same for the HyperX store. So you'll just be able to follow the instruction that I just told you, and the script should be able to run here as well. Okay, so now we move on to the Make.com blueprint. The first one we'll be seeing is the one for the Logitech store. Before I start explaining, just know that this example is just a dummy example to show you how it works. But in a real life scenario, you will most likely not use Google Sheets to retrieve the items, because most likely ecom stores will be using some sort of CRM or like inventory software management system or something like that. So in a real life scenario, you will have this webhook and then an HTTP module to make a request to get that information from the API of the CRM, and then of course a webhook response. But for this blueprint that you see here, we start with the webhook, and actually the URL of the webhook will be the one used by your VAPI assistant. And then here we'll move on to a Google Sheets module, more specifically the search rows function. Here for this module, you make sure that the option table contains headers is set to no. This filter here that you can see is a dummy one, because anyway, even if you put some other conditions, for example, here I wrote A, the column A is equal to this part number. The search rows module in Make.com will return a row anyway. So theoretically, I could have just wrote instead, if the column E equals to this part number, it will return the same result basically. And then once you're done with this module, you click on OK. Then we need a router with 3 paths, because we have 3 products in our store, and we'll set a filter in each of those paths. So the first one is if it's the first product. So if here the column A is equal to the parameter that we use in VAPI. So this parameter, the SKU, is received via the webhook, and you can access it here by clicking on tool calls, function, arguments, and here selecting items queue. Here for this second condition, you will do exactly the same, but instead of the letter A, you will select the column E basically. And then here the same thing, but the letter I instead. Then the next module is a Google Sheets get a cell module. So here, since it's the branch related to the first product, we know that it's in A7. And we see here that it's indeed in cell A7. And finally, the last module is the webhook response. And it is actually very important how you structure that response, so that VAPI will recognize that this is a function call that has been made with a specific identifier, and your assistant will be able to tell the right answer basically. So you can see that it's an array called results, and this array contains only one element. This first element contains tool call ID, and this one you can retrieve it directly from the webhook. And then we need a second item called result, and this one is the message that you want the AI to say during the call. And here inside this message, since we are looking for the number of items, which is simply the output from our last module, so you just select here value, and then you click on OK. You'll do exactly the same for the two other branches, and you will have your blueprint ready. Okay, for the make.com blueprint that concerns the HyperX shop, the logic is exactly the same. So we just apply the same logic, but of course you select a different spreadsheet. And here we have some slight changes in the cells. So you'll just apply those changes and you will have your blueprint ready. And I wanted to show you guys a third blueprint with some FOMO inside of it, because let's say you call an e-com store to check if an item is still in the inventory, but there are only 2 items left. So the AI agent should tell you, hey, we still have only 2 items left, so hurry up if you don't want to miss it. So here it's almost exactly like the first blueprint that I showed you, but here after getting a cell, we add a second router. And why do we need it? It's because we will say different things depending on the number of items left. Here the first possibility is if we have no more items, meaning that here the value is equal to 0. The response will be, sorry, we don't have this item anymore. Please check again in a few days, we might have it in our inventory. Here the second branch is when we still have the item, but the number of items left is between 1 and 3. So you will add this condition if the value here is less than or equal, and then you write 3, and you add an AND operator through this button here, and then you say value greater than 0. And then you click on OK. And here the response will be, we still have this item, but you gotta hurry up if you want it because we only have 2 left, for example. And here the rest of the cases where the number of items left is more than 3 items. So here the condition should be value greater than 3. And the response is the exact same one that we've seen in the first blueprint. And you apply the same logic for the 2 other branches. Okay guys, so now I will do a demo with the Logitech store with this product, the MX Brio, which is a 4K webcam. Here I will also simulate, the purchases of items. Okay, I also want to let you know guys that here when I do demos using VAPI, I use this button, Talk with Assistant, which does the web calls. It means that the browser is trying to access my microphone. However, right now my microphone is also recording. So what happens is that sometimes there will be some audio glitches. Just know that those happen when I record. However, when I don't record, they don't happen at all. So when you will be testing this on your own, it should be like a smooth experience overall. For this demo, I will also pretend that I don't know where the part number is. So here, let's first make sure that the scenario is on, and then let's start the simulation. And then here on VAPI, let's call the assistant.
Hello, this is Jessica from Logitech. How may I help you?
Hey there, Jessica. I'm actually interested into webcam of yours, but I first wanted to make sure if you still have it in your inventory.
I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with the part number? Could you please provide me with the part number of the webcam? The part number is made of 3 digits, a dash, and then 6 digits.
Yeah, sure, I would love to, but I can't find it. Where can I find it?
No problem. To find the part number, please go to the product page of the webcam, then click on Specs and Details. At the bottom of that section, you should find the part number, which is made of 9 digits. Let me know once you have it.
Okay, yeah, actually I have it. So it's 960-001545.
One moment. Great news, we have 28 units of that webcam available in our inventory. If you need any further assistance, feel free to ask. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, so guys, you can see that at the time where there were 28 of this item, it actually said that. Here the only issue is that in the script, the update time is 1 second, which is not really realistic. But the most important thing is that we just saw it worked and it was able to check in real time the number of items left in the inventory. So now we'll do a second demo, but with the third blueprint that I showed you, just to see how it will behave. Now remember that for our VAPI assistant, it only uses one tool to check the inventory levels. However, every single blueprint has a different URL for their webhook. So it means that if you want to run the automation for another store, you should just modify the tool and use the corresponding webhook URL. Here it means that I should click here. I should copy this address, then I should click on Tools in VAPI, and for our check item inventory, let's click on Integration, and you should paste this URL here, and then click on Save. We will test this demo using this item, and I set here on purpose the number of items left as 2 so that the AI assistant will on purpose try to push us to buy the article. So here don't forget to turn on the scenario, and then let's call the assistant.
Hello, this is Jessica from Logitech. How may I help you?
Hey there, Jessica. I would love to purchase a racing wheel, but I would love to first check if you still have it in your inventory.
I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with the part number of the racing wheel? The part number is made up of 3 digits, a dash, and then 6 digits.
Yeah, for sure. So the part number is 941-000121.
One moment. The racing wheel with the part number 941-000121 is still available in our inventory, but there are only 2 left. If you're interested, I recommend acting quickly. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you need anything else in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Okay, so as you can see, it pushed us a little bit, at purchasing this item because there were only 2 left. So yeah, it's working pretty well, I would say. Well, that was it for this video. Now you know how to build an AI voice bot that checks the inventory of a store using VAPI and Make. Remember that all the code that I've shown you is accessible in my Discord server in the resources channel, and if you feel stuck, you can always ask in the Discord or comment down below. By the way, I have set up a hyper-realistic AI voice assistant that can tell you what we do as an AI agency, and you can call it right now using this number. So it's 213-933-9180. If you want more content like this, you can subscribe, give it a like, and hit the notification bell. And if you're a business owner and you want to set up just like this, or even something completely different, you can go ahead and book a call with me through the Calendly link in the description. Cheers guys!